I decided to sit outside today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So let's just come to our breath, sit up nice and tall. Allow any thoughts to just sort of melt away with the exhales. Imagine the body completely relaxed. And just breathing in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhaling in peace, positivity, love, and exhaling out anything that doesn't serve you. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Add a little movement to the inhale and the exhale, perhaps just a little bit of side-to-side movement, or maybe you want to make this into big circles. It's just a good way to start to move the body and make the connection to the breath. So let's just continue to move around while you're seated in these circular motions. Check the door. And breathing in and out, in through the nose. Give you a little plant over there. And out through the mouth. Make sure to go in both directions. And then reach the arms up to the sky and catch the wrist and bring it over to one side. Center again and off to the other side. And center twist to the first side. Sit up and twist.
Good morning.
And then reach the hands back to the sky again. And twist to the other side. Beautiful movement with the breath. And back to center again. Reach. Hands behind, interlace, and fall back, opening the chest, the heart, with the breath. And then back, hands down to the earth, tabletop, hands and knees. Cat-cow, inhaling and exhaling. When you exhale, make the spine like a rainbow, like a cat stretch. And when you inhale, let the belly drop and fall. And let's just continue that inhale and exhale at your pace. Dialing your fingertips back, stretching your wrists just a little bit. This class is called slow flow and stretch. So I want you to really make this yours. Go ahead and come forward and relax into that. Let the hip flexors open. And so if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, I'm going to leave that up to you, whether you dial up the intensity or not. Make some big circles on the mat. So if you want to add push-ups or you want to add vinyasa to this, please feel free to do that. But we're really going to take it kind of slow this morning and just really feel the stretch. Let's lift the hips up first, downward facing dog. Come up on all 10 tiptoes, melt the chest to the thighs, and bend into the opposites, walking the dog, nice and gentle. If for any reason this bothers you, be back on your hands and knees. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet and hang in a forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to opposite elbows, and just sway a little bit from side to side. Nice. Let's roll up to standing with a back bend here at the top. And then hands back to heart center, back of your mat. Starting with a balancing pose. Keep the left leg straight and the right knee bends. Hold on here if you like. And then we're going to turn this into a reverse tree pose. Foot in the inner thigh. Hold on. If that's too much, then the foot just taps the floor, or maybe even the ankle. So let's find our first tree pose, find our balance, find our center right here in the belly. The eye gaze is something that's not moving. And then maybe the hand floats off, so you're finding this balance here, or maybe you continue to hold. You can also reach the arms up, or you can even make some movement with the arms, challenging the balance like that. And always coming back to the breath. When you release, the feet come down hip distance apart, and just make some circles in both directions. Come forward, and then go the other way. Working those hip flexors open. Standing on the right leg, hold on again if you'd like. Knee comes up. And we turn this into tree pose on the other side. Hands wherever they're comfortable for you, finding your balance. And then step down. This time we'll take your feet hip distance apart and just kind of tap the kidneys. Nice big taps. Let your hand really tap the back and flow. And maybe add some hip movements in here. Just really feeling the freedom of the movement. And then we'll come back to the back of our mat. And we'll bring that right knee up again. Hold on or not. This time we'll kick the leg out and hold it there. Maybe you hold it off with the arms up, or maybe you hold on. Try not to lean back, really working balance and the breath. Step forward with that right leg, and then transfer the weight onto the right leg as you lift the back leg up. It might only be an inch, you might be holding on, or maybe it's full warrior three. And breathe. Come back to stand, feet are hip distance apart, and some more hip circles. And let's continue to do that in both directions. And then the feet come back together, standing on the right leg. The left knee comes up. Remember, you can hold on. Leg comes out, either holding on, hands to hips or hands to sky. Breathe. Lift it up a little higher. Try not to lean back. Breathe. And then take that left leg down and then stand on the left leg, warrior three. And breathe. And there we are. Warrior three. And then we come to the top of our mat, hands to heart center. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look out. And then walk back to plank pose. Take your knees to tap and lower down all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose, just the upper body. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really stretching the chest down towards the thighs. Tail to the sky, reach. And now look to your hands and walk, step, jump, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins, look out, lengthen. And exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise to stand with the back bend. Open up the chest and the heart. And then hands back to heart center. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold back down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look out. This time, vinyasa your way. Walk, step, jump, or float to the back of your mat. And lower down. Maybe add push-ups here if you're working on strength. And then you're going to press back, downward facing dog. Melting your chest back to the thighs and shaking your head yes and no. Just letting all the tension come out of your neck. And then we're going to look to the hands and walk, step, jump, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale and fold. And then inhale, rise to stand with a back bend. Stretch all the way up. Hands back to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky again. And exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look. And then vinyasa your way. Or you can skip the vinyasa and just find downward facing dog. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. Open hip on hip. Elevate up on the tiptoe and make some space. We'll send that right knee to the nose. And then step it all the way through for low lunge. If you make it all the way through, great. If not, scoot it up there. The left hand stays down. Let's reach the right hand to the sky. And let's find some space here in the arm. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take a wide stance fold by just taking a little quarter turn back to the back of your mat. And then inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, slide the hands forward, hammock pose, melt the chest. Bend the knees as much as you need to here, really feeling that length from the tip of your tail to the tip of your crown. Shake your head, yes. Another option for leveling up here is to take some wide plank push-ups. Or maybe you just hold the wide plank. And if you're not leveling up, stay right here enjoying this hammock, maybe taking even alternate leg stretches, bending into opposites. Walk your hands back through the back of your legs and find some space there. Again, option to bend the knees, option to take an inversion if that's in your practice. And then we come back to the front of our mats over the low lunge. Either take the vinyasa or just step back to downward facing dog. So you either take the vinyasa or just press right back up. I'm going to take it, up dog or cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches for the sky. We open hip over hip and move that. Open and close the leg. Knee comes to nose, step the foot in between the hands, low lunge. This time the right hand stays down, the left hand reaches, and we'll take some circles here with the arm in both directions. Breathe. Nice. Both hands come down, wide stance fold, turn back to the back of your mat, wide angle fold. This time we're going to take a little bit of a stretch. So the left hand is going to come to hip, right hand stays on the earth. Finding that twist and then reaching to the sky. And we breathe here. Stack the shoulders. This is important when we come to the triangle pose, which will be coming too soon. And so we want to breathe here. This hand in the sky can also be on the hip or turned into the back pocket, finding more rotation, opening the shoulder. And always the breath. Yogis continue to breathe. That left hand comes down to the earth, right hand to hip with another twist. And then maybe the hand reaches for the sky. And we breathe. Perhaps the hand comes to hip or wraps around, but either way, we're stacking the shoulders. And breathing through whatever we find here. Breathe. And inhale and exhale. Noticing the twist coming from the middle of your spine and the torso area. And then both hands come down. We walk it out. Hammock pose again. Pressing the hips back over the heels, melting the chest, and shaking the head, yes. Yes, for all the good things you want to see manifest in your life, and shaking the head gently, no, for what doesn't serve you anymore, your purpose. And then we'll walk hands back to your mid, and then turn back around to the left lunge, and step back to plank. From here, we lower down again or just press back, downward facing dog. So maybe we take the vinyasa, maybe you add the push-ups, maybe not. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky again, open hip, unhip, and here we are. The knee comes into the nose and steps through, low lunge again. This time we rise open, warrior one. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. Second warrior three, balancing pose, lean forward, lift up. This time maybe the hands come out to airplane, or maybe they come behind you opening up, or maybe they're holding on. So yogi's choice again. We're going to string a couple poses together here. So from the warrior three, we're going to bring the knee to the chest and hands to the heart center. And then we're going to turn this into either tree here on the earth or tree here on the inner thigh. Hands come to heart center and we breathe. Stringing the poses together gives us more challenge, both mentally and physically. And with the breath, the hands reach back to the sky. The knee comes back to the chest. And we step back to the warrior one where we started. Beautiful. Hands come forward, hovering halfway down. And then release, tap the floor. Step back to plank. And lower down, or just find downward facing dog. I'm going to take the vinyasa. You take what works. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Left leg reaches for the sky. We open hip on hip and move it around. We'll find the low lunge. Left foot steps through, back heel spins, rise up, warrior one. And here it is. Beautiful. Hands come through to heart center. And then we come forward and float the back leg up. Warrior three. Arms can come out or back. Yogi's choice. Try to keep that hip square and keep breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Warrior three becomes tree pose. So hands back to heart center, knee to chest. Finding balance here. And then tree pose your way. Arms can be together, apart, or towards the sky. And we're breathing. Finding balance, strength, and flexibility. And continue to breathe. And then knee back to chest, and step back, warrior one, and rise up, and breathe. Beautiful. Come halfway down, hover, all the way down to touch, step back to plank, and then lower down your way, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, child's pose. Take the knees down, and take a breath. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in that child's pose. And so we breathe, trying to find that peace and that calm in the child's pose. Now, yogis, if you want to take it up again, you can always level up to take some push-ups. So if you don't want to take the child's pose, you can take the push-ups. Up to you. It's either relax or it's work, and just know what you need. I'm going to take a couple push-ups here, and then draw myself back into child's pose, really lengthening through my spine, breathing through that space, maybe coming up on all 10 fingertips and reaching the hands forward with a long, tall spine. Stretch it out. And then let's find ourselves in downward facing dog again. And here we are in down dog, melting the chest, shaking the head, yes, 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 and no, shaking it no. Right leg reaches for the sky again, and we step through warrior two. And in this time, we open up our arms for warrior two. Pump warrior 3 times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. And exhale, warrior two. And inhale, reach again. And this time leave the legs straight and lean towards triangle pose. Legs are straight, arms are straight, and we just tip it over gently, hand to shin or thigh or earth, other hand reaches. This is the part where we talked about before, really keeping those shoulders open so the one hand is down, the other hand is up, and we are reaching and stretching through that space. For triangle pose, perhaps taking both hands out and reaching the hands out, finding more space there. I invite you to find the breath here. And then let's reach up and back, exalting the triangle, really finding space in the side body to open and breathe. And then let's take both hands down, head to knee pose, step back to plank again. Press back, downward facing dog, or take the vinyasa again, or those push-ups, that's your choice. We finish in downward facing dog. Left leg reaches for the sky. We step through and cartwheel open, warrior 2. Pump warrior 3 times, reach up and straighten the leg. And then come down. And let's do that again. And down. And then the third time, leg stays straight, triangle pose, we lean and tip over, finding the breath here and breathe. Both hands open, that shoulder's really open here. And then let's take both hands and reach out. Noticing the core, holding the body strong here. Beautiful breath. And then let's exalt, reach up and back. Really feel the lengthening from the tip of your toe to the tip of your finger, really opening. This is the slow flow stretch part, just feels so good. Nice. And then cartwheel the hands down, step back again, plank pose. There's a couple options in the next posture. We're gonna do side plank. You move the right hand to center and either drop the knee down gently to the earth to open up to knee down side plank, or you can take the legs to scissor or stack in the side plank right side. You can even lift the top leg up for a little bit more. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press back. Option to come forward for some push-ups or vinyasa, option to stay right here or rest. We come forward for left side plank, yogi's choice. Left hand moves to center, decide if the knee comes down or not, and then we open up side plank. Lift the leg up if you like, scissor or stack the feet. And wherever you are, breathe. And back to plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet to the back of your mat. And gently roll to stand. And then take a little back bend here. And hands come to heart center. And just notice the breath. Notice the breath and try to bring it right back here. Arms come out to a T. You might want to catch something to hold on to as the right knee comes up. Left hand comes around and reaches for that leg, and then maybe you turn, and twist. Option 1 is right here, or you can be holding on. Option 2 is reach for the foot and extend. And maybe everything opens here. And breathe. Beautiful. Okay, if you hold on. circles in both directions. Nice. And then we'll do the other side. Coming back to stand, bringing that left knee up, hold on, right hand reaches across, and maybe you release, or maybe you catch the foot, and breathe. Knee back, arms back to a T, step down, and inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, forward fold, all the way down to the earth, walk it out to plank again, and either vinyasa or downward facing dog. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps through again. We were here before. We cartwheel open, warrior 2, pump warrior 3 times. Inhale, straighten the leg and arms, and exhale. And inhale again. 2, and 3. And this time we stay in the warrior 2. Elbow to knee side angle pose, hand reaches above. From here you can take bird of paradise or any other variations you like. Or you can take the hand to touch the earth or hover off the earth. Just stay in the side angle. You can hand the hip here, open the shoulders. Bend into front knee, breathe. And back up to exalt the warrior. Bend into front knee, reach back. Beautiful. Warrior 2 again. Second side angle, option 1, right here. Or option 2 is half moon. We're just going to tip this over. So reach the hand out to the earth or float. And then the hand comes up to hip or sky. And breathe. From here, we're going to come to spinal twist. So even if you're in the side angle, we're just going to come to seated, take the left knee behind the right foot, and sit in a twist and twist to the right. Sit up really tall, so we inhale and lengthen before we twist. And beautiful. And then counter the twist off to the left side. Feels good. From here, we're going to open up the legs and take a straddle split. So here's the stretch part. You open up as wide as it feels good for you. Inhale, lengthen, maybe move some flesh. And then exhale, start to fold down onto the forearms. Curl the toes up and breathe. Or maybe you're all the way up here, maybe even on a pillow. It's a good chance to take a drink if you're thirsty here, so go ahead and take a drink if you're thirsty. And forward fold over those legs. I know we have the other side to do, but in the middle of this, before we head to the other side, we're just going to hug into egg pose. And maybe lift your toes up. Maybe this is enough right here for you. We're just really working the core here. From here, you can let your hands go and just hover right here. Or you can lift your legs up and hold on, or not hold on. And hold that for 10, 9, 8. Straighten those out as much as you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come halfway down, hover, use the elbows if you want to, and then we'll pull this in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hug it in again. Cross your legs, and you're going to walk through to plank, to vinyasa, or jump through. So you're going to just put your hands down on the floor, and then walk back, or jump back. Option for either a down dog, or option to take that vinyasa again. And we breathe Inhaling and exhaling, big breaths in and out, really feeling the spine lengthen, dropping the head in for a yes. Left leg reaches for the sky and we step through warrior two. Again, this is left side warrior two now. And we pump warrior 3 times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, back in. Do that 2 more times on the left side. 1. And then here's that last one. And then side angle pose. Elbow comes to knee, hand comes up and reaches. Option here to open up the shoulders, or option to take the hand on the hip or even behind you. Sinking into that lunge on the left side, really opening even that back hip. Really feeling the opening between the hip and the shoulder and the rotating of the chest toward the sky. And breathe. And let's come back up to the warrior two where we began. For exalted warrior, reach back. Sinking into front knee lunge. Reaching back. Really sinking in there, finding that opening in the side body. Beautiful. And back to the warrior two, and then the side angle pose or the half moon. So yogi's choice. A little bit of a challenge here in this posture, but why not? And we reach. Lift the leg a little higher than you think you need to, or you're in that side angle pose. We all sit down in a seated twist. Go ahead and have the seat. Twist to the left, and breathe. And counter the twist, bring it to the right, and breathe. Beautiful. And let's take both feet together now into bound seated angle. So feet together, knees apart, bound seated angle. Sit up really tall here. Exhale, reach forward, chin off the chest, flat back. And breathe. Really nice. Big cleansing breaths. Working on hip opening and abs in a moment. We're going to do some reclined pigeons. We're going to lay on our back, use the figure 4 with our legs. Right foot over left knee. And go ahead and lay down on your back. From here, we'll reach our hands through that space and draw everything in really close. Opening up the hip gently here. Option for upper lower abs. If you want a little ab work, you can either stay here or come here for some crunches. We're going to do like 10 on each side. Every time we take crunches, we'll just do 10, and then they add up. The arms come out to the side, and we let the legs drop to the right. So in a spinal twist, looking to the left, drop to the right, we feel the spine twist here. And this could be enough for us. Or we could take the foot and draw that leg down a little more, working on that IT. Be very careful of the knee. If it's too much, don't do it. And then if you want to work those obliques, little 10 here, just nice and easy. And then up and over towards the left, look to the right, spinal twist again. And another 10, nice easy crunches. 10, 9, and back to center, hug it in, either happy baby or straddle pose right here. Or maybe you just touch your feet together and open out your knees. Yogi's choice. And then just another nice, easy 10 crunches, feet on the earth, knees to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg comes over right, and we find the space in between, drawing it in. Nice and tight. There it is. Feeling that outside of the left hip open. Breathe. Once again, upper lower abs. If you want them, we're going to end up with 100 crunches if we do them all. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we open out the arms and drop to the left with the legs and look to the right, spinal twist. You don't have to take all these crunches, but if you do, these are the obliques, so come on up for 10. Shoulders off the ground, chin up. And then up and over to the right, another spinal twist. Feels really good. And then the last 10. For 100 crunches, pull your knees in and make some circles on the sky in both directions. Finishing up with 2 back bends, feet down, knees up, or full wheel. Nice easy bridge. Maybe do some glute work here. Maybe you take it up for 10. One more. Or maybe you just hold the bridge or the full wheel. And we take it down, stretching the arms up overhead, stretching the legs down below, and breathe. Then take the hands to the belly and relax the whole body. Let the legs splay open and just be in this moment with your breath. Feeling the body just settle down right here on the earth. After all that movement, all the breath, all the postures, allow the body and the breath to just settle in. Notice what's going on in the mind. Notice if now things are starting to come back into focus in the mind's eye. Thoughts are beginning to chatter away. Yogis, I just invite you for the next few moments to stay either reclined or seated in this gentle space of just being, not in the past, not in the future, but just right here in this moment with your breath. And just notice. Notice how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally. Allowing the breath to be slow and steady. If you have somewhere to be, you can start to gently wake up, moving your fingers and toes. And yogis, if you have nowhere to be right now, I invite you just to stay in Shavasana, stay in the spinal pose, to just be with your breath, relaxing your body, feeling the earth, and just taking this time for yourself. However long you can. Just coming to gratitude before we end our practice. Just briefly allow those grateful thoughts to run through your mind's eye. You can say them aloud, write them down, or just to yourselves. I invite you to do this every day, practicing gratitude, just as a reminder of the abundance we all have. Feeling gratitude in the dark moments. Reveal truth. Yogis, our tomorrows are probable, but they are never promised. Enjoy today and every day. Move, love, be kind. and take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.